Hi, my name is Elton. It will be my pleasure to present my app, Fitted. Our main goal is to motivate people into an exercise routine that suits their level, schedule, and interest. Sometimes, finding exercise routine for your level can be difficult, especially if you wanted to try something new. Our responsive web app aims to help people get into an exercise of their choice by holding their hand a bit and providing routines, guides, interactive examples, and info. Also, finding routines that fit into your schedule is not easy. Our app is designed to encourage people who want to get into an easy routine for physical activities. This means fitting in as little as 5-minute routine. Here, you can check it out my prototype. I created a user persona to make my design focused on a specific niche. That is why I created Rebecca. She's a mom. She has a 3-year-old daughter. Worker. She's a software developer that lives in New York City. I set up tasks, goals, and created an user story to give her more depth and desires to my persona. With my persona step ready, I moved on to flows. I created a user flow to keep me on track while designing the app, and my flowchart to provide a graphical representation to keep help project team to identify the different elements of process and understand the interrelationship among the various steps. The next step was to create my foundations, grids, wireframes, and file organization. For the grid anatomy, I created my wireframe on Sketch tool. I created an organizational system, a fluid grid, to bring structure to my responsive design. After a few interactions with my participants, I could reach a better and simple solution throughout my whole app. Iteration was an important part of my work because I could refine not only my app but myself too into the process. Allow me to bring all the participants' expectations, goals, and at the same time fixing all the issues they had found. The result was an evolution of my app. I named all my artboards according to their main function, and the content of all artboards is grouped and named according to their function content. The idea is to make sense and when reusing the symbols for elements that return often. I used /name my components to bring a more detailed look and easy to create variants. For a visual implementation, I created mood board, design documentation, style guide, and typography. I created 2 mood boards. The idea was to have different colors to light up users' options, and after 2 iterations with 6 participants, I decided to move on with the second mood board because it looks more visible, enjoyable, clean, clear, and neat. For the design documentation, I had the primary objective of motivating my users to have a playful and enjoyable experience while seeking help. I focused on creating an easy-to-use and friendly application with light colors, with a lot of white and nuances of light green. I constantly checked the contrast to meet the WCAG standards. The style guide, I created 3 different color palettes to have more options during my design. I kept the iconography matching the main color palette to keep the design homogeneous. The typography was kept simple, with Helvetica as main font and Arial Hebrew as a second font. I have all UI elements with their complete description to keep a proper handoff to the development team. By creating my responsive screen, the users can easily use it with any appliance: desktop, tablet, or phones. The idea is to keep agile, easy to use, and friendly to the user. Learning is a process that never ends, and I've learned designing this app. I learned how to keep in balanced colors to keep my stakeholders satisfied and to attend all project specifications. I exercised some restraint and learned on white spaces with pop-ups colors to create cohesiveness among frames and all breakpoints. Thank you.